In Ghana, if you should ever hear about investigative journalism, that a particular journalist who happens to be an investigative journalist happens to bring out a particular fact or about to bring out an expose, you should be scared. Because, believe you me, it has to do with many corruptive activities. And whenever they bring it out, it brings fear within the ecosystem. Now, one particular investigative journalist is actually under trouble right now. And I will have to say that I didn't want to talk about this, but I would want to give you all the info, but as always, Bakamuko Fanti.
TV Ghana, Matoda na Master.
Now, Obi Oha, so can be no so degu, or any uncle Hufi, and put a Nankasa and brother Hufia. I am not general. Obi Oha, so when Yakunya, dead because of their when Yakunya. Now, or occupy a particular political position to know. I am not said that Vinny Pump baby. Now, they may be a bit there. Now, whether they ever what political position area them, and that's the Dama Kunya in your internet, Yadamano, or they would there. Power as a test, no, it has limitation at the same time test for a period of time. Obi and you are watna, or ya him going for forever. Say, so yeah, chieftaincy, I didn't there, it is still dead. At Debbie Baba, you go. Say, if so a presidential another by appointment, or didn't there, it has a tenure of office, or a 4 year star. By 4 years, natural reshuffle, another BB, naturally, it clears you off. Now, Mountain there. Obi ebinu mo when edwuma warrior within Ghana no or investigative journalism motum no menye manasa zuru menye na account at the same time ne anas aremia anas obi appeal near them Ghana men we have had a lot of criticism as to kwana wa father why when edwuma and there what said na wo small kakra na why there wo ma wosika na se eja na chede wa bomos na chede wa canton cross na chede wo twetwe videos na we edwuma na chede yeah na be said there nti aso bi kwal trick wa nti awoso e follow yeden but according to court no wo declare the anas aremia anas na edwuma na oye no as the case wo to do court that time no oye kana kupeko Japan no onye anas aremia anas Kennedy akumpeko Japan in the case no na okacha court no there anas no ye yipe bi o trapo so trapo wa no chede wa find the fact that they be sabe kana kupeko Japan oye Ghana yin nti say on your court because of that kwana father ye wedwuma no on sheda ntimu then I think he has every right to say it that man some no can one why easy for kwesinya techi na ibinuma anas when you some cases with them one man why very easy for them because asama court akan anas kono for the nedwuma with proof provided by Kana Kumpeko Japan very clear now yeko oyen fufu you there the counterpart another obi oye ejuma ni bi which is investigative journalism work no ya Menasa Zuri dem music amaken na Menasa Zuri odu pependu bi na say ya we release oye expose bia even that some oye NPP groups media kind of like involved now as something there it has to involve oye a bit of sikebia wajeje wajiare now na dream no there sikebia wajeje na contract bi I with there only dan ka oye dam no people are actually benefiting from that particular contract now Paul Adomatri the fact that about to go now catch and there Kwana father or publish or any information. Now, dream there or ejuma as the analysis about don't there as some as necessary or day and ye. Because young Ghana for and if you should take care, Nasebe ye wejuma Nasebe ye. In the end, don't know what benefit to be a Nasa Juma area. Now, Ekumwinwa Nasare. Nasa because of the bia one castle benefit in po another because of BBT Nasa Aya Kawa, or no best money na. Na yenye minitimo po yenye Menasa Azuri na onye team yenye won team po oma oye da ma be expose no but yamfa na there they did it on the right course but then now we are seeing many oye infractions we are seeing many oye nyame bi as the company no was sign a contract with GRA for over 10 years and so yes should am proof na even with the GRA proof only providing you there was signed for 5 years in the second career investigative journalism nasa uncover certain truths them rubber Ghana you able to me expose certain corruption nasa one kasa finding out no pokwa anye corrector na a publish mo bia my the oku company hu fia not one you book court inti we there Paul Adomatri is there ibinum why wana adwene there so no say wo hihie kire onyim say NDC fu no say wo hihie kire also no ontumi kire but one thing there Menasa Zuri say if he has to go and come back again. Now, in Chemano Yina no Paul Adomatri or that to go. Now, one my son wife very clear. Yabako Paul Adomatri Nakachi, near Kaka Fadame Newsinya. 3
of them that they have committed fraud. We'll show you right now. Don't go anywhere. In 5 minutes it will come. So they say here that the contract is for 10 years. You will see how fraudulent this is. That they have done something very serious and they may be ending up in court because they have taken a contract that is unknown to the Ghana Revenue Authority, it's unknown to the Ministry of Finance, and it's unknown to the contractors, SML, it's unknown to the public procurement. We'll show you all of these things, and then we will show you where the fraud comes. But before we do that, we want to start the story as we did from the problem. What problem was being solved? Because we are hearing from the Fourth Estate work that Ghana Revenue Authority, that the National Petroleum Authority can solve the problem. And the National Petroleum Authority have the wherewithal, if you like, to solve the problem. So why are we bringing somebody else? That's a good question. That's a question everybody will ask. That's a relevant question. Now, how is that question answered? That question has to be answered satisfactorily so that we all know that really we need SML. Now, here it is. Let me get there. I'll come to the fraud. That's the last thing I'll do. And I'll show you that basic journalism would have required them to do something that would not have allowed them to publish a fraudulent document. Completely fraudulent. I'll show you. The most basic thing that the Fourth Estate should have done, the most basic thing that the Fourth Estate shouldn't have gotten wrong is at least the tenure of the contract. Because the Fourth Estate said the contract is for 10 years. And we went to the people and said, our contract is for 5 years. Then the next day after our show, maybe the next day and a half, Fourth Estate publishes the contract without saying they are responding to anything. They publish what it is, which shows that the contract is 10 years. So they do this publication here. And the publication also has the signatures. You know, it has the signature page of the people who signed it. So people are saying to us that, but you said the thing is 5 years, but the people, they say it's 10 years. Now I'm going to show you the fraud they've committed. So this is this, and this is the original contract. Okay, so the controversial place is on the same page, I believe, page 13 and 14. Here is the Manasseh fraudulent one, where they said that this is the official one. Sorry, this is the official one. This is the Manasseh fraudulent one. So the official one is says that. Let me go to the page. Okay, so the official contract is here. So this is the two papers. This is Manasseh and Suleiman Brahma and Kwame Kaikai's paper. This is the official contract. And I'm saying again that this contract is what the Ministry of Finance has. 5 years, signed. It is what the GRA has. It is what SML have. And it is what the Public Procurement Authority have. I'll come to a very final conclusion about why it is very poor journalistic work. But let's stay with this one. Official contract is here, it's 5 years. Manasseh contract is here, it says 10 years. It appears that it's a Manasseh wedding. Please put it on. Put it on. Let's people see it. Let's read it carefully. It says, the contract shall commence on the effective date and shall continue in effect for a period of 10 years from the effective date unless terminated as provided in this contractor. Have you seen it? Provided for in this contractor. Extended. Instead of the word contract, they put the word contractor there. Criminals. That's what they did. Because they were forging in their documents. Call him and I say you should watch the program and see his folly. Because they were forging, they used the word. What is the meaning of provided for in this contractor? Who signs a contract with this typo? Who does that? This is false and it's fake and it's fraudulent and criminal. That's what they've done. This is what we've been talking about every day. You see the criminal journalism they are doing. They went to take some paper, typed it because they were desperate to show that the contract is 10 years. And they came to put it there that the contract is effective for 10 years. And they have the word contractor. This is the original one. This contract shall commence on the effective date and shall continue in effect for an initial term of 5 years from the effective date unless terminated as provided for in this contract, which is normal. Many contract lawyers will understand. That's very normal. Now here, this contract shall commence on the effective date, same, and shall continue in effect for a period of 5 years from the effective date, unless terminated as provided for in this contractor. Extended by mutual agreement between the parties. There's nothing like that here. 5 years unless terminated as provided for in this contract. Full stop. They say provided for in this contractor. Extended by mutual agreement between terminated as provided for in this contractor. Extended by mutual. What are they even saying? 10 years from the effective date, unless terminated as provided for in this contractor. Extended by mutual agreement between the parties. What is the meaning of this word? It is in Manasseh's document here. Where is it? It is here. It is here. Extended by mutual agreement between the parties. It's here. Put this one on, let them see. This one. You can expand it a little bit. I can expand it here. Okay, let me see whether I can expand. I've expanded it. Please bring it back to me. Yes. Okay, so this is it. The contract shall commence on the effective date and shall continue in effect for a period of 10 years from effective date unless terminated as provided for in this contractor. Extended, what is the meaning of contractor extended by mutual agreement between the parties? When I say they have cerebral weaknesses, people fight with me. Cerebral weaknesses, please, timer, focus on the comparison between these two. Very important. When I say that they have cerebral weaknesses, people don't understand it. People think I'm talking too much. People think I'm the only one who went, I think I'm the only one who went to PRESEC. No, I'm not the only one who went to PRESEC. There are a lot of people there. But look at this. Is that the journalism that Ghana deserves? Is this the kind of journalism that this fraudulent criminal journalism, is that what Ghana deserves? Professor Kwame Kaikari, you have worked at the University of Ghana for that long. This is the disgraceful thing that you are supporting. This embarrassing, disgraceful thing. Suleiman Brahma and Manasseh, this is the disgraceful thing you do. Please put the paper again. Take their pictures or put it. Let viewers see it. Let the children see it so they learn. They don't do that. They come and write. What English is this? Professor Kwame Kaikari, PhD in communication. This is the English that you support. This kind of horrible writing. What is this? Because they are faking. Look at what they presented. So this is the contract. This is the sentences that GRA presided over, Ministry of Finance presided over, SML presided over, Public Procurement Authority presided over. This language. You see how criminal they are? Desperate to show that they have done something. Quickly, they didn't even read. Manasseh, when you were putting this on your page, did you read it? You've been to journalism school. You've been to other schools. Did you read the English? Did you read it? What does it mean? Contractor. It says, unless terminated as provided for in this contractor. Extended, what is the meaning of contractor extended by mutual agreement between parties? What does it mean? What does it mean? Suleiman Brahma, Professor Kwame Kaikai, and Manasseh Azuri. What does this English mean? What does it mean? And shamefully, they put their fourth estate logo there. What does this English mean? What does it mean? This is crime. This is criminal. They should all be found and interviewed by the National Media Commission. This is criminal. This is the crimes that they commit in Ghana, in the kind of journalism they practice, which I have been critical of forever. I catch you. Journalism is an intellectual exercise. We have said it forever. Read. Because they don't read. Look at the English. Contract, unless terminated as provided for in this contractor. Extended by, what is extended by mutual agreement between the parties? I am sure that they were cut and pasting from some contracts. Or the person who did the work for them. Maybe, let me just be fair to them. Maybe, just maybe, they were unaware. Because that kind of journalism, somebody gives them something to go and see. So they gave it to them. They gave it to Manasseh. That the thing is 10 years, publish. This is false. It is fake and it is a crime for Professor Kwame Kaikari to be associated with this. And those who sit on radio and talk, some guy on radio, on Asasi radio, Tommy Mayiri or Tommy Yiri or something, talking some total hogwash as if he doesn't understand what he's saying. A whole business reporter that, what Manasseh has showed, there's no way SML can come out of it. I don't know whether he has seen this. Mr. Tommy Mayiri, have you seen this? It's on Manasseh's page. I hope he doesn't delete it. It's on his page. Manasseh is on his page. This is what he put there. This is his evidence of the thing being 10 years. And look at the language. It said, unless it's terminated, provided for in this contractor, extended by mutual agreement between the parties. This is what Manasseh put on his page as being evidence that the contract was 10 years when it was said that it was 5 years. Now, I'm going to go to the PPA one. Wait, first of all, let me show them this. So this is the original one. This is the correct one. The contract shall commence effective date and shall continue in effect for an initial term of 5 years from the effective date unless terminated by according to this contract, etc. And that's what this is the next one. For the avoidance of doubt, the transaction audits and downstream petroleum audits are hereby amended to run, okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what's here. Renewal. Not later than 120 days before the expiry of the initial term of the contract, SML shall, by written notice to the client, notify client about pending expiration of the term and request that the parties enter into discussion to negotiate the renewal terms of a further 5-year term accordingly, no later than 30 days. Now here, the people say that they want to, it's a 5-year contract, and they will renegotiate the next 5 years. In the Manasseh one, they say something very terrible here in the renewal. Anybody who knows anything about contracts will see that this is very terrible. Let's read it. Renewal. It says not later than 100 days, 120 days before the expiration of the contract, SML shall, by written notice to client, notify client about the pending expiration of the term and request that the parties enter into discussions to determine if this contract will be renewed. And if so, to negotiate such renewal accordingly, no later than. Now, this is where you catch them. This is where you catch the thieves. Let me show you. When people are going into a contract, and everybody knows that, you go into a contract for 2 years, you know that if it's renewed, it will be renewed for 2 years, or it will be renewed for 3 years, because this is a capital intensive, you need to plan. Nobody, no lawyer is going to accept a contract whose renewal terms are nebulous. We have a contract for 10 years, as they say. We come for renewal for how many years? You see, they are so blockheaded. What is this? At least they have lawyer friends. Call the lawyer friend and say, look at this contract. No lawyer will do this contract. That the renewal term is nebulous. We have a contract for 10 years. It will be renewed. We don't know how many years. We just go for renewal. If we go for renewal and the person says 1 year, then it's 1 year. It's capital intensive. You have to plan for it. You have to invest in it because they don't understand these things. I don't know whether Kwame Kaikai at his level, he should understand this. Professor Kwame Kaikai at his level should know this. Suleiman Brahma will not know it. I can forgive him. Manasa Azuri will not know it. I can forgive him. Kwame Kaikai cannot be forgiven. A man who could have been vice chancellor of the university, Professor Kwame Kaikai, he could have been vice chancellor of Legon. A man who could have been vice chancellor is supporting this crass work of journalism, and he calls himself an icon of journalism. We all thought he was an icon of journalism. This is the most disgraceful thing Kwame Kaikai has done. The most disgraceful thing he has done is this. Professor Kwame Kaikai, a man who could have become vice chancellor of the university. Look at this. Look at this. Doesn't he have lawyers who can tell him that this is wrong? No lawyer. Which lawyer is going to sign this renewal term that is empty? You don't know how many years you are renewing for. Never mind the fraud they've committed here with the very porous language they add. What is this? Contractor for they are so criminal minded, and the people who send them are criminal minded too. That's what they do because they don't read.